Amazing, man.
Yeah, but it's a pity we're not at Stonehenge.
Morning.
And how are you today?
Great. Yesterday was just what I needed.
I've hardly got the energy to work today.
I'm not surprised.
I do with the day off to recuperate. Maggie and Nick will be back later. I'm miles behind on the extension. Maggie's going to be wondering what I've been up to while she's been away.
Well, let's hope she doesn't find out. Bye.
See ya.
She hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah, well, the longer she sleeps, the better. Yeah, I got you a coffee. The machine had run out of tea.
Oh, I've gone off coffee. I don't know why. Ugh,
What's up?
the smell just makes me sick.
It's only coffee. This pregnancy looks mad, innit?
It's not funny when you suddenly want to throw up for no reason.
How is she?
Just the same.
Look, I'm going to see how my dad is. I'll come straight back.
Okay.
Yes, we're both asleep this morning when I left, so as I get changed, my shirt was covered in blood and it was all ripped.
How are you now?
Girls, there's a few cuts and bruises,
You could have been seriously injured, you and Ron.
but he hasn't even got a scratch on him.
And what about his heart? What were you trying to do?
I don't know, I just lost control. So the thought of him harming it just got to me.
It was Ruth you should have been worrying about, not Ron Dixon.
Has the specialist seen her yet?
No, not yet.
Do they know there's any damage to her stomach?
They won't know till they do more tests. Still just treating the burns at the moment.
Poor little thing.
Bosco, wake up. We've missed the best part of the day.
Oh, give us a break. We were up at 4:30. We've already seen the sunrise anyway.
Yeah, and then we wasted the morning by coming back here to fall asleep.
So what is there to do in a motorway service station?
More than sit here watching news like snoring.
Fucking hell! What the?
It's a horrible dream. I was stuck in a car with a load of losers in the middle of nowhere.
You know what? I've had the same nightmare, only mine was worse. I had a dream that some freak took us all the way to Stonehenge. It wasn't even open.
How was I to know it didn't open till 9?
Like checking up before you dragged us all down here.
You can't just blame me.
Or me.
What a waste of time, lad.
And money. You said we'd coin it down here selling that gear. I wouldn't have any of the money if I'd have known it was going to be like this.
Sunrise was good though, wasn't it?
I could have seen the same sun out of my own bedroom window, thanks. I got my money back.
Yeah, you'll get it.
How and more to the point, when?
There must be loads of people stopping here coming to and from Stonehenge. We could set up a stall in the car park and we'd make loads.
Less the we.
Keep the change. Oh, back to reality. Hey, Monty was great, love, but it's always nice to get out. Yeah, I suppose so.
Hiya. Oh, have a good time?
Yeah, it was brilliant. But my Greg didn't keep it awake all night.
Sorry?
He was under strict orders to work around the clock on that extension.
He's been hard at it all weekend.
See you, Susanna.
See ya. Bye.
Anybody home or what? You'd never get a job on EastEnders, you. You don't need a job.
Mount Share. Greggy, darling. Oh, now that is a sight for sore eyes. A man busy on my new extension. Aye, Dad.
That all I am to you?
Yeah, that's no way to talk to your loving wife. You just come home.
You're gonna get your suit dirty?
I don't care. There's plenty more where this came from.
We absolutely battered the shops, Dad.
So you had a good time then?
Oh, yeah, it was fab. I could live down there, mate, dead easy.
Did all kinds of sightseeing, shopping, below.
And my mum managed to get plenty of networking and schmoozing in as well.
I negotiated several important meetings, you mean?
Yeah, if you like. Oh, Dad, wait till you see what we've got, yeah?
Thanks. Lovely. Just what I've always wanted.
It's a real Buckingham Palace tea towel. Well, I told you they wouldn't laugh.
Nice one.
Don't worry, I've got you a proper prezi in my case, something nice, seeing as I miss spending Father's Day with you. Oh, how did the meals down? Emily and Jason go?
That was good, we had a laugh.
Bet you missed me. That one going to unpack. Yeah, I'll do some dinner. Good, I'm starving. She had a great time down there. It's really brought it out of herself, being away from here.
Diane Nichols rang while you were away. I gave you a mobile number.
Oh, yeah, she rang. She wants to arrange for our Nicky to have a little look around the court, you know, so she knows what to expect with the trial.
Does she want to go?
Yeah, she thinks it's a good idea. She's been really positive about this trial. I think this break's give her a real boost. Hopefully it'll help her, you know, to face what's coming up.
Good. And by the sound of things, you enjoyed yourself or no?
Yeah, had a ball. Didn't stop me missing you, though. Yesterday I was trying to get in touch with you all afternoon on the mobile phone. How come you didn't answer?
I never heard it. I was dead busy.
On my extension loop?
Yeah, look, I'm in the middle of something. You can tell me all about your trip later when I've finished.
So gonna go home now?
Later today.
There's no rush, you know.
The only reason I'm still in here is because Anthony and our Jackie made such a fuss last night. This lot could have given me the all clear then.
Dad, you've had one lucky escape. Don't push your luck.
Yeah, well, that Sinbad will need a lucky escape if Anthony gets hold of him, I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, the sooner we put an end to all this bad feeling, the better.
Bad feeling? Michael, he tried to kill me, you know. I could have got the police involved. He could have been up for attempted murder.
Oh, you'd have been really popular then, wouldn't you? That's 2 kids you've put in hospital because of your tightness. And if you would have had Sinbad put away, you'd have been lynched by the neighbours.
Michael, he pushed me through a plate glass window, remember? God knows what could have happened.
He'd just seen his little girl put in an ambulance because of you.
Well, that's charming, man. Why don't you take his side?
I haven't. He was stupid and you both could have been hurt. All I'm worried about is Rachel. Dad, she doesn't need this stress. She's carrying your grandkid. You and Sinbad should think about that before you carry on with your stupid little feud.
You been in touch with Mandy yet?
No, I thought I'd wait. I don't want to worry her. She's on her honeymoon.
Yeah, there's nothing she can do here anyway. We'll have a look how she is in the morning. If she's no better, then maybe you should think about giving her a ring, eh?
What's up?
Oh, my arm's sore, that's all.
Maybe you should go back to casualty.
No, it'll pass. It's to be expected anyway.
You weren't half lucky.
The last thing I feel is lucky. On top of everything else that's happened, now this. I tell you that if I'd have lost it, I don't know what I would have done.
You've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself all the time. Going on like you've got nothing worth living for.
I haven't. My life's empty. All I have got is Ruth.
Then you've got to do something about it. You can't carry on like this.
He's not going to give up on his money, is he?
It's not him. He just really wanted to make some money.
Who doesn't?
I know, but I still owe me ma and dad big time. You know, for wrecking the old house with the cannabis and that. I just wish I could do a bit more.
Yeah, love. How about the stuff for the kids? Just a thing for this visit to Stonehenge. Genuine Jude merchandise.
How about you, sir? Are you a believer or... Skeptic. Come here, Bosco, this is useless. How long does it take 2 no-marks to go and get a couple of bacon butties?
Is that like one of them questions in general studies? If it takes 2 no-mark shonks, how long does it take 3?
Yeah, except this is about 2 no-marks and a financial backer with his own wheels.
So do you reckon Jerome would take us back to Stonehenge then?
He's got to get his 300 notes back, hasn't he? He paid for all this, remember?
Yeah, but the other 2 weren't very happy. I thought they were going to throw us out the car.
It's not their money at stake, though, is it?
No, but... Oh, yes, boss.
First contact.
Should we say something?
Too right, but leave it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot, love. Ta-ra. Listen, just before we go home, I want to call in and see Ruth, OK?
Look, Dad, I don't think that's a good idea. Sinbad's going to be there. Just give it a few days, let him cool down a bit, eh?
Hey, I've done nothing wrong. It was an accident.
An accident? Putting bleach in a limo bottle isn't an accident, it's stupid. Like not getting a gas cooker fitted properly is stupid. Can't you even admit when you're wrong?
Yeah, well, I won't be doing anything else like that again, will I?
Yeah, well, I hope not. Because when our baby's born, how do you think me and Rachel are going to feel leaving it with you? Who knows what else you've done to save a few quid?
I'm sorry, all right. I just want to call over and see Rachel and tell her I'm sorry as well. Come on.
Hey, what did he want?
He called us charlatans. I haven't even got any of their records.
He said we give proper druids a bad name.
Said we made them out to be a laughing stock.
So why are you grinning? Did he put a spell on you?
No. But he showed me a new vision. Look, get on this. We've been going about this all wrong. We don't go to Stonehenge. We don't pretend to be them. We go straight to Glastonbury. See, we are the counterculture. We are the alternatives, the new rock and roll. Indie druids.
Sound. I'm starving. Here you go, bacon, butties and tea. Still no sales then, lads?
No, not even a slightly imperfect bell stick going for half bad.
They've had a new vision.
Yeah, marketing strategy.
Indie druids.
Oh, behave. Just wait till we get down to Glastonbury. That stuff will go like that.
See anything about Glastonbury?
It's rock and roll. They love all that. We'll sell loads.
Let's hope so for your sake, because you two owe me and I want it back. Yeah, I've heard you can buy loads of this gear down in Glastonbury.
I hope so.
But it doesn't look any different from when I last saw it.
I've done all kinds since then.
Oh, yeah, I can't see any progress. What's up?
The usual. Your mother gave me a hard time over the extension.
Yeah, because it's patently obvious that he hasn't done anything to it since I left.
It's all right for you swanning around London shopping. Muggins had to stay here and work, and you're still giving me stick.
You were the one who insisted that we went. And yet, we did enjoy ourselves, but I was there to work. Not that you had the slightest bit interested.
Of course I am.
You haven't even asked me how it got on.
You haven't given me the chance. You've been too busy having a go.
Stop it, will yous?
I'm not sure about this, you know, Dad.
Michael, I've done nothing wrong, son. I just want to see how Ruth is giving me best wishes.
Well, if Sinbad's in the same mood as he was yesterday, you're going to end up sick back in your own hospital bed.
I'm not acting from Sinbad. I've got no reason to.
Apart from the risk of being shoved through another window.
Yeah, it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I am. It's all right for the pair of yous conducting your own private little war, but I'm worried about Rachel. She's stuck in the middle of all this. Not that it seems to bother either of you two.
I won't be causing any trouble, all right? It's the other head case you need to be talking to.
Special doctor's coming to see you later.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell us when you can come home.
You've got a nerve coming here, haven't you?
Sinbad.
He's come to apologise, and I think you should do the same.
The stateroom's had a scratch on him. That's typical.
Sinbad, not now, please. Ruth, the nurse is just going to check your sore mouth for you, OK?
Hey, look, she's been practising on me. I only came in to see you, and she got me. Oh, she's going to get me again. Oh, no.
It's a good girl.
Have you seen the state she's in because of you? Well, I hope you enjoyed the lousy few pence you saved by putting that knockoff bleach into them lemo bottles.
Look, I wasn't to know that there'd be a kiddie playing in my shop, was I? Just glad that Dr. Darren was there. Look, I am really sorry, but it was an accident.
Oh, another one! But it's never you that ends up getting messed up, though, is it?
Be quiet, please. Sinbad, you're going to have to leave. Ruth's getting upset.
Be outside.
All right. Why don't you take that to the car wash?
Oh, it was such a nice day. I thought I'd do it myself for a change. Oh, to be honest, I'm just getting out of doing my VAT returns.
I know how you feel.
Anything you want me to sponge down?
No, you're all right.
It's not what you said yesterday.
Greg, your dinner's ready.
All right, I'm coming.
I can do mine if you want to. He always says he's too busy to do it for me.
He's never too busy to do it for me.
Hey, cheeky.
Thanks for letting me see you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, got us some coffees.
Not for me, thanks.
It's a pregnancy thing.
Oh.
Rach, I really am sorry and all. I wouldn't hurt little Ruth for the world.
I know you didn't mean for it to happen, but you should have kept a closer eye on her.
Believe me, if the phone hadn't have gone, she wouldn't have had the chance to open the bottle. My eyes were off her for a second, that's all.
Oh, I shouldn't have palmed her off on you. It's as much my fault.
Hey, hang on. You didn't put bleach in lemo bottles.
All right, Sinbad, I know it was a stupid thing to do, but I just never thought, OK.
I better go back in.
Hang on, Sim. Can't you two sort this out?
Hey, half-hearted apologies don't make up for what he's done to my Ruth or to me.
What more can I say, son? I've tried.
Hey, you don't know the meaning of the word sorry. As long as you're all right, you don't care about anything else.
And you're just happy to be able to blame all your troubles on me, aren't you? Well, let me tell you something. I haven't messed your life up. You've done a good enough job of that yourself.
Have I?
Hey, pack it in.
Just go, will you? Get a grip, will you, Sinbad? Can't you think of anything other than this stupid grudge? Don't you know what you're doing to Rachel? She is pregnant, you know. The last thing she needs is any more trouble. And what about Ruth? You should be worrying about her, not kicking off like some loony.
Never mind about me. It's him who doesn't give a damn about anyone else. And you're going to be getting the bill for that window.
I wouldn't be surprised if you charged Ruth for the bleach she drank.
Just get home, you.
This isn't the end of this, Dixon.
I've got your real present here somewhere. I bought this book to read on the train on the way home, but I just couldn't get into it, you want it? Battle Bainbridge, you joking? What have I done with it? I hope you like it, Dad. What have you done with Sunday? I haven't lost it. Ah, here it is. It's not your usual stuff, but Ross had some on it. Oh, it smelled lovely, so I asked him what it was called.
Thanks, love. You never said Ross was going to be in London with you.
He wasn't with us. We met him on Friday night for a meal. He wants to know how we got on at me meeting.
Go on, he's interested and I'm not.
And I wanted to know what he thought about me going to Brussels.
Brussels?
Yeah, well, they want me to go over there, see how I feel about the job.
Great, egg.
Yeah, right, better get on with it.
So, do you think I should go?
Yeah, do what you want.
I think you'll love the new job, Mum. Just go for it. It's perfect for you.
I wouldn't mind some encouragement off your dad. I'm nervous enough as it is about this Brussels trip. You know, he should be made up for me that I'm doing so well. He shouldn't be feeling threatened.
I don't think he is.
Well, if he isn't and he's got a problem with me taking this job, then I want to know what it is. Nick, I wish he'd just talk to me, you know, instead of bottling everything up. He's definitely keeping something from me.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
Well, at least it didn't get down into her stomach.
Oh, I just wish I'd have kept her with me.
Don't go blaming yourself. If either of us has got anything to feel guilty about, it's me. I mean, if I hadn't kicked off up at the flat, you would have been there on time. And you'd only let Ron mind it because of the tea party you were organising to cheer me up.
Didn't get the chance to see if it worked, did we?
Look, I'm sorry for causing you all that trouble, you know. And for being horrible to you when Ron told me about the baby. I made up for you, honest.
There's no need to apologise to me. I just wish you'd make things up to Ron.
Can't. Too much has gone on, I'm sorry.
Well, until you do, you're never going to be able to move on. Your life's going nowhere until you forget about Ron Dixon and concentrate on Thomas Sweeney.
Oh, I don't know what's up with your dad.
I think it's because I didn't spend Father's Day with him.
No, it's me he's got the big cob on with. Just don't know why. Or maybe you do.
What?
I think if your dad had his way, I'd be doing this full time. I mean, I know he's never admitted it, but he'd rather see me stuck in the kitchen than working.
No, he's not that bad.
Isn't he? Well, how come the more successful I become in work, the less interest he takes in me? I'm telling you. I mean, now I come to think of it, since I took this job on, things between me and your dad have just gone steadily downhill.
Don't say that, Mum.
Baby, it's true.
The specialist thinks she might be through the worst. I hope he's right.
Yeah, she'll be sound in a few days. I saw Sinbad leaving. Luckily, my dad's already gone.
What are they like?
It's weird. Seeing Sinbad that angry just reminded me how my dad was when our Tony died. He was totally obsessed and ready to take on the world.
I hate seeing Sinbad so mad.
Is this what fatherhood does to people?
I hope not, for your sake.
I know we'll put caring for our baby before any stupid grudge, no matter what.
Doesn't it frighten you? The effect having kids has on people.
No, it's natural, innit? You just want to protect them. I know that you and the baby are more important to me than anything.
And are you sure you're ready for the responsibility? And everything that comes with it?
Yeah, I can't wait. I really feel like this is what I've been waiting for, even though I didn't know it. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I'm the best dad in the world. And I'll make sure nothing happens to you, ever.
Good.
Everything's going to be all right, honestly.
Yeah, I know how good you are with the hose. I've seen you at it, remember? I don't think I'll be able to fit that in. You know exactly what I mean. I'll have to go. My daughter just brought me a cup of tea. See ya.
Dad, you haven't done much either, have you?
Oh, you're as bad as your mother.
I'm just a consequence of your sex drive, aren't I?
Nicky.
Oh, what's up making you blush?
I don't know, one weekend in London.
Don't behave, Dad. You must have had sex at least 3 times. Me, or Jason, Emily.
It wasn't called having sex in those days, it was making love, and you don't need to know the whys and wherefores either.
None of that. But what were you doing over the weekend? Because whatever it was, you weren't doing it in here.
Lots of trouble with electrics, you can't see the cables buried in the wall.
Why don't you just explain that to me, Mother?
She doesn't give me a chance to draw a breath. Never mind string a sentence together. What happened to her in London?
She's just so excited about this new job offer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what is it with you two? Didn't you talk about it before she went?
Well, in vague terms, yeah.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? You two are getting on each other's nerves because you can't be bothered to talk to each other properly.
No, behave you.
No, come on, Dad. When was the last time you sat down and you had a good gab together?
Nick, look, I know what you're trying to do. But we're married, and marriages go through times like this.
Like what?
You know, when people aren't getting on, 9 times out of 10, it's just a phase and then it's over.
So this is just a phase, is it?
Yeah, it'll probably end when I finish this.
We can't wait that long. Well, at least I can't. Come on.
Nicky, what do you want? I've got work to do.
To talk to you both. What's up?
I can't wait till later. I want to get on with the extension.
Well, it's obvious you weren't saying that while we were away.
What?
Oh, come off it, Dad. Me mum out the way. You spent the last few days on your back, didn't you?
No.
It's okay, Dad. I know why. It's because my mum's been going on at you so much lately.
Hey, hang on.
Only because my dad's been so horrible to you about work, not supporting you like he normally would. Well, I reckon this is all happening because of what happened to me. I mean, since then, everything started going horrible between you.
Babe, we're just going through one of those sticky patches. We've been through them before. We'll get over it.
Not this time. Because this isn't about you two, it's about me.
Oh, of course it isn't, love. Don't be daft.
I can even remember exactly when it first started. It was when you came back from Susanna's on Christmas Day.
What?
That's when you first heard about the rape.
Oh, no, love, you've got it all wrong.
I haven't. Look, there's something I want to say to you both. Well, ask you, really.
What?
I just want you to know how much I'm going to need your help, or support.
You've already got it, love.
You know you have.
And I'm really going to need it. All that you can give. You don't know how much I'm dreading facing that court. I'm bottling it just thinking about being shown round it, and there isn't going to be anyone there.
You know you can depend on us, love.
Do I? You're drifting apart. If my mum been offered this job a few years ago, the 2 years would have been discussing it all the time. But now, it's like you can't even talk to each other anymore. I need you both for this trial, more than I've ever needed you before.
We'll be there for you. Don't worry. I promise.
A nice holiday mood next on 4 as Driven goes to Brighton to test the latest, trendiest sports cars.
Mum wants to come and look around the court with me, but she only do me head in. Me and my dad aren't getting on. I had to word with them, and now they're trying to act like the perfect parents.
Couldn't have a word of your Jason, could you?
I'd give up if you're looking for perfection with Jason. Oh, my God, what did he say about the modelling?
He was all right, but he hasn't seen these photos yet.
Hi, Rod.
Heard what happened to your little girl. How is she now?
Well, her throat was still pretty sore yesterday. I'm off down the hospital to see her now. We were supposed to be going to the seaside today.
Ah, that Ron Dixon, he wants sorting for leaving that bleach lying around. Tell you, I'd sue the pants off him if she was my kid.
Well, don't tempt me, mate, because the way I'm feeling right now, it wouldn't take much.
Oh, not on there, love.
That's your dad's open university stuff, isn't it? There, put it on there. There's a good boy.
Oh. Hi, love.
This is a nice surprise.
Don't know what you've been doing with these shades, Jimmy. I can't get the muck off these collars.
Hey, nice one, Picasso. Look at that, aren't you clever, eh? Yes, you are. Great having you both back at home, love.
Hey, hang on, soft lad. Don't be getting any ideas on that score. I'll do your washing and cook you some tea, then I'm back round to Lindsay's.
Oh, come on, Jackie. How much longer is this going on for?
As long as it takes you to decide what comes first. Us and our life, or you and yours. It's up to you, Jimmy.
Why didn't you tell me Ruth got out of hospital today?
Well, I didn't know till I got there.
Where is she now?
Up in the flat with Mike.
You should have brought her round to me instead of leaving her with one of that lot.
Mike thinks the world of Ruth.
And I also know that his Al fella half killed her. I'll go up and see her.
These are brilliant, Trine. You look like a real professional. They're just from that interview I had, but they said they're going to put some of these in my portfolio. And when are they going to do your portfolio? This week. But they've already started to flash these around. You are going to be on the front page of Vogue before you know it.
So where's he gone now?
He's gone up to the flat to see Ruth.
Do you know what? I've got a good mind to bar him from here.
Oh, don't, Jack. He'll only get even more bitter and twisted about you Dixons. I don't think I could handle it.
I mean, I know he must have been obsessed about Ruth and everything, but to push me dad through the window.
Oh, no, I'm going to have to talk to him. I'm worried about what he'll do next.
I don't suppose there's any chance of a sandwich to go, is there?
I would feed you peeled grapes after the other day. I didn't get a chance to thank you. Ruth's out of hospital today, thanks to you.
I think the doctors and nurses at the hospital might disagree.
Oh, stop being so bashful. I heard you were brilliant.
Yeah, well, pity I didn't stick around for the finale. I thought people only got pushed through windows in Bruce Willis movies.
Yeah, so did I. I'll go and see what we've got in the kitchen.
Hey, looks like you've got a fan there.
Yeah. Pity my charms don't have the same effect on all women. So I'm having a bit of difficulty with the front door. I don't suppose you could have somebody have a look at it?
Yeah, I'll get Greg to sort it out. So, no word from Victoria then?
We've only got cheese and chutney, but the chutney's dead posh. Apple and currant.
That's just like what the doctor ordered.
It's on me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, he's lovely, isn't he?
Yeah. It's just a pity everyone doesn't seem to think so.
Come in.
I was out in the taxi, so I didn't realise my dad had been to see you last night. How was it?
Fine.
Good.
Well, it was up until he told me you tried to beat a confession out of Harvey.
Oh, look, it wasn't like that.
Then what was it like? Because at the moment, Ryan, I'm wondering exactly whose side you're on.
Eddie, Eddie, yes, he's a natural, aren't you? You're a natural. You want to see the left foot on him, love? Better than Sheedy's was in his day.
Oh, you clever boy, aren't you? Bet you're ready for a drink now, eh, love?
Yeah, kid, I'll get it. Because me and him, we are gagging, aren't we, mate?
There's a chicken casserole in the oven. Be ready in about an hour or so.
Thanks, love. Didn't need to go to all that trouble just for me.
It's only a packet mix, Jimmy. It's nothing fancy. Where's the can opener?
Yeah, it's over here. I put it up the other day.
3 years I've been on at you to sort that thing out, and you decide to do it when I take myself next door.
Well, better late than never. Yeah. Look. Smooth as silk.
Right. I'll leave you to play and I'll go and get this washing in. I'll come round tomorrow and iron it if you want.
Oh, thanks, love. I was never any good at ironing my own shirts, was I?
Why don't you take him down the park until your tea is ready?
Oh, yeah, great. Come on, son, let's get your buggy. Come on, little fella. Oh, yes. An hour. Come on, are we going to Taz? Yes, we are. Where's the buggy?
It's hard enough being stuck in this hole without you running around making things worse.
Look, I'm sorry, but I mean, he's been lying through his teeth since the day that Shadwick slapper cried rape.
And you thought knocking 7 swords out of him would get a confession? Get real, will you?
I had to do something to make him talk.
Yeah, but taking the law into your own hands isn't going to help me one little bit.
Look, I know I've messed up, but I couldn't just sit back and let you go under. I mean, you're my brother, and I'll do anything to get you out of here.
Then do me a favour. Let the police sort it. I could do without the hassle before the trial next week.
Oh, come on, mate, you'll be sound.
You reckon?
Yeah, look, you're in the clear on that DNA on the stuff that they found in the drains. I mean, the only match they've got is with our friend Harvey. The prosecution have got nothing on you apart from that shirt button.
And Nikki's statement.
Yeah, but that's just her word against yours. You just tell the truth and you'll be out of here in no time.
Providing they don't throw the book at me for doing a runner. Carlton reckons they're going to sort out the trial as well.
Oh, once they read out that not guilty verdict at the trial, they won't be bothered about that.
Just don't mention it to me, Mum, eh? She's got enough to worry about for now.
Oh, cheers, Rach. I just started seeing double.
Gotta get through all that.
Well, I ever want to go out and play tonight.
Yeah, and I bet it won't be for a game of tick.
Well, I've got to make the most of having the flat to myself while Katie's off on some Spanish beach.
When's she back?
Next week. That'll give me a few days to get rid of any signs of Nathan.
Including fishing underwear out from down the back of the sofa.
Hey, cheeky.
Susanna looked tarted up when I called round to yours.
I reckon she's got a fella because she's been like a different woman since the weekend.
Any idea who he is like?
No, but I reckon it must be serious. She's having her hair done and she's kicked herself out with a load of sexy new undies.
Let's hope it lasts then, man. Keep it off your back.
You ready for this guided tour then?
As it'll ever be.
You'll be sound, Nick.
Rich. Ruth's just gone off to sleep. I've just left her with Mike.
Is she okay?
The poor little Mike can hardly speak. And you never believe what Ron Dixon's done.
Oh, Sinbad.
He sent her sweets. As if she can eat sweets, as if sweets are going to make everything all right.
Sinbad, stop it.
Stop what?
Look, we need to sit down and talk about this.
The last person I want to sit down and talk about is Ron Dixon.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to. Because until we get this sorted, I'm not leaving you alone with Ruth.
What do you reckon?
You're meant to be a druid, not a greasy Hell's Angel.
Well, I'll start my own chapter off then. You know, miss and match like the biker druids.
Yeah, it's brilliant, that, boss.
Thanks.
No probs. Apart from the fact he didn't have hell, angels, or bikes in them days, I reckon you're on to a surefire winner there, mate. You divvy.
Yo, Tim, have you seen these bongs?
Yeah, too right I have.
Oh, behave, will you, mate? We could get some serious use out of these things.
What are you going to do for cash?
Get me our skins if you haven't already noticed. This is awesome. The story of Shad. Spooky or what?
Too right, listen to this. The High Priest of Shad led his bands of loyal disciples across harsh mountainous regions.
In search for a more meaningful way of life? Hey, do you reckon them nutters we seen on the website believe in all this?
I wouldn't be surprised. And I bet there's loads more potential converts out there as well.
How do you mean?
Well, if people are willing to pay a £5 just to read about it, imagine what they're going to pay for our mystical Stones of Shad.
So are you and Katie?
Okay. Well, she's on holiday with her mum, but she'll be back next week.
I wondered why Carlton came on his own. He's been in coaching me for the trial.
Just tell the truth and you'll walk away.
You think it's going to be that easy?
Yeah, of course.
Let's have the truth, Luke. You wanted her, didn't you? The truth, Luke, you wanted her to suffer. Just one little pill and you raped her. You're guilty, Luke. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Luke, you think having to sit through that is going to be a piece of cake? Because I tell you, the more times you hear those words, the more you start believing they're true.
Yeah, but they're not, are they? I mean, you never raped Nicky Shadwick.
Time. Why are you asking me this now?
Look, just say it.
You feel like you're going mad in this place. That's why I had to run away. I couldn't run the risk of being found guilty for something I didn't do.
Yeah, but you're not, are you? I mean, you're not guilty.
No. No, I'm not.
You see, this is why I don't want to leave you alone with Ruth. You're obsessed with Ron Dixon.
I'm not obsessed.
You are. When Ruth drank that bleach, she needed a dad. You were too busy throwing Ron Dixon through windows. At the moment, all you need to do is hear his name. That's all you think about. Not Ruth. Not about yourself. It's not about me. Are you okay?
I'm just a waste of space, aren't I?
No, you're not.
My life's just one big mess at the moment. I've got nothing left except this hatred for Ron Dixon.
You've still got your daughter.
Come on, she hardly knows me anymore.
Then do something about it. Talk to me, Mum, sort out proper access arrangements.
Mandy's not going to want me turning up on her doorstep every other weekend.
That's not true. She knows how much you love our Ruth.
I really do miss her, you know.
You miss me, Mum and all, don't you? That's what this is really about, isn't it? You're still feeling angry?
Oh, yeah? I'll have another cheese sarnie, are you?
I think we'll need something stronger than that before evening surgery. Can I have an orange juice, please? Any luck with the keys?
Yeah, I left them with Nathan.
Oh, see, I haven't been up. It's Nathan's turn to decontaminate the flat, so I thought I'd hide out down here.
I bet you two don't miss Victoria fussing about the police.
Well, you don't so much miss Victoria as use the time to recharge your batteries.
But you hope she'd be back by now.
I gave her and Mark a couple of days at most, so I can't believe she stuck it out for over a week, that's all. I mean, Mark's a decent enough guy, but he's just not right for Vic. I'm amazed she didn't leave him within the first month of their marriage.
And what about yours, truly? Are you her type, then?
God, no. No, she'd eat me alive.
Oh, you wish.
Nah, I'd like to hold on to my health and vitality a little while longer.
I feel so lonely all the time, you know? I've got no one in my life, no one who needs me anymore.
Don't I count?
You've got Mike and a baby on the way. You don't need me.
Of course I do. You've been like a dad to me the past few years. We're family. Haven't you any idea how much I love you?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Hey, stranger.
Hi. You okay?
As okay as you can be when you realise you've just wasted nearly 5 years of your life.
You and Mark?
History.
For good this time?
Do you want a drink?
Why am I here?
I'm so sorry, Sinbad. Come on, let's get you out of here.
You all right, Nick? I don't think I can do this. Yes, you can. Just keep telling yourself that once this trial's over, Luke Musgrove is going straight back to prison where he belongs.
You all right?
Yeah.
I've really let you down, Anna.
Don't be soft, Rich.
I should have spent more time with you the last few months, instead of leaving you to cope with all this on your own.
Well, you've got your own life to lead now, haven't you?
Yeah, but you've always been there for me when I needed you. All through that awful stuff with my dad, losing our Beth. You just seemed to cope with everything we threw at you.
Well, you needed someone to lean on.
Yeah, well, now it's your turn to lean on me. I meant what I said, you know. Me and you are family and this little one.
Something to look forward to, eh?
Yeah, and I'm going to need you to be around loads once he's born.
Oh, he is it?
Just a feeling. Sinbad, will you do something for me?
Of course I will.
Go and see your doctor. Talk to her, just tell her how you feel.
I don't know, Rich.
Please. For me, please.
Okay, I will. And thanks, Rich.
What for?
Just for listening to me and helping me to see things a bit more clearly. Eh?
That's what you do for people you love.
I love you too.
I'm really sad it's ended like this. Especially for Mark. I just didn't love him anymore.
Well, at least you gave it another try.
for the umpteenth time.
Okay. But when I was away from him, But when he was there with those eyes and that soulful...
He's not exactly the brightest thing on two legs, is he? Well, after all this time, he should have recognized the signals. As should you.
You should have seen his face. He was devastated. He was completely devastated.
Yes, as are some of my patients. When I tell them what's wrong with them. It's life. It happens. Look, you did the right thing. There's no point hanging on in there if you feel like that about him.
Yeah, I know.
Right. I better get the rest of the stuff out of your car.
Thanks, Doc. Damage that DVD system and you pay with your life.
I shall give it the same respect I give all my women.
You dare, Roebuck.
Why else does he treat us women?
Badly.
Are we talking about the same fella here?
Oh, don't let his bedside manner fool you. He's strictly a love him and leave him merchant. Look, I love him to bits, but I'd never want to get involved with him.
It's gonna be packed in here, isn't it? Police, reporters, all kinds of strangers staring at me.
Your mum and dad are here as well, you know. And me and your Jason.
What about Luke Musgrave? Where's he gonna be sat?
He was sat over there, won't he, with a solicitor?
That's right.
And someone will be with him the whole time.
He's the one on trial, Nicky, not you.
It's not gonna feel like that, though. Being stood up here. He's gonna be watching me throughout the whole thing, listening to everything that I say. And all those people are gonna know exactly what he did to me.
And so will that judge and jury. They're the only ones that matter.
What if they don't believe me? What if I mess up and Luke Musgrave gets away with it?
There's no way that's going to happen. You just tell them the truth and you've got nothing to worry about.
Do you promise?
Yeah. Defo.
£42.63.
There you go. Nice one. Reckon I'll have the works then. All that's supposed to last all of us for 2 days.
Yeah, but it'll be sound once we start shifting the merchandise.
12 lousy quid we've made so far.
What is tofu with colourful gemmel and bean salad? What? It's cheap. Yeah, and so's your life, you meth.
Yeah, cool it, eh, boys? We still got the festival to go to.
We'll be minted by the weekend.
No, there's no way I'm sleeping in that car for another 2 nights.
Same here.
Yeah, so what are you two gonna do about it?
There's a shop back there selling second-hand tents.
You've no chance.
Can't be wasting all 5 of us in that car.
Oh, too right. So what's it gonna be? Lent lasagna and a night under canvas?
Give me a ball back, miss. Only his man will kill us if we're late home for our tea. Oh, got a bit carried away with the old footy practice, didn't we, sonny? Yes, we did.
Is he ready for the Everton squad yet, then?
Hey, he's not far off. Oh, you kidding? Yes. Hey, how's your Ruthie?
Came out this morning. She's loads better now, thanks.
Oh, that's good news, isn't it? Hey, can't be bad. One little kiddie on the mend and another one cooking nicely. Congratulations, kid. Didn't think Mike Dixon had it in him.
Thanks.
Be a bit different in that flat, won't it, eh? Little one running around the place.
Yeah, just hope our new neighbours don't mind.
Oh, yeah, Lindsay said something about the solicitor moving in with a doctor or something.
Yeah, and Victoria.
Oh, right. What's going on there, like?
They're all old uni mates. She's a website designer, apparently.
Really? Oh, she sounds my kind of woman. Is she up there now?
No, she's in the bar with Jackie.
Oh, right. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Oh, nice one, Jimmy.
Not from round here, are you, love?
Oh, I'm from Ellesmere Port, originally.
Thought I recognised the twang. Teachers here never fails.
Jimmy, is there a point to all this? Only we're trying to have a quiet drink here. Same again, Vic. Please.
Mine's a lager, love.
Well, you can get it yourself then.
Rachel tells me you're a bit of a thingy. What's it? Internet designer.
Yeah, that's right. GUIs and all that stuff. Graphic user interfaces. What it looks like when you log on and click.
Oh.
I design what it looks like.
Nice one. Got it, yeah. Listen, Vic, I might have a bit of a treat for you.
Hello? I think I'll have my piercing before I went basic. All right. Rach, did I leave my piercing before?
Yeah, would you believe it? Someone handed it in.
Oh, thanks a lot. Maybe the whale's not as bad as I thought, eh?
Seems pretty bad from where our Luke's standing.
Nick, guess what? I've got my first modelling job. Oh my God, I told you, didn't I? Yeah, but that wasn't exactly Vogue on the phone. Well, it wasn't. Who are you modelling for? Sheds. As in, like, warehouse? No, as in garden.
See, the thing is, Vicky, I want this tapestry to be visually and texturally stunning. I want to get a bit of emotion in there. You know, get people working together, bouncing off each other, all that sort of thing. Sharing the skills. Be a great opportunity, you know.
For someone like me, you mean?
Yeah, why not? Get you integrated into the community and all.
Look, I'd really like to, but I'm working a 26-hour day as it is, so...
So? What's an extra half hour here and there, Vicky? Hey, Jack, you'll never guess what.
Your dinner's in the bin, Jimmy. Just like our marriage.
Talking about dinner, next there's a woman who loves her pet fish so much she'd rather have him for supper than watch him suffer. Ugh, stay with 4 for the ultimate TV dinner.
Jackie, are you going to speak to me now? Look, I'm sorry about the casserole last night. I don't blame you for being angry. Oh, come on, love, talk to me. The last thing I wanted to do was upset you.
All right, Corkill, stand by your desk.
Jackie,
Sorry, mate, wrong time, wrong place.
Yeah. How did you guess?
So these sheds you're going to be modelling tonight?
You don't model sheds, you do. You just stand there looking gorgeous.
Well, I'd hang on to that day job if I were you. I mean, this modelling light might be all right for a bit of pin money, but I wouldn't go taking it too seriously.
I've already had that off Jason, thanks. Let's give it a break, eh, Dad? And I wouldn't call 500 quid pin money.
No, you better get off and enjoy yourselves then.
I'm looking forward to it, mate.
I'm glad someone is.
Oh, you'll be all right. Just watch out for splinters while you draped across the merchandise.
See you, Dad.
See ya.
Bye.
Right, you lot, grub up.
It's about time and all.
Is that it?
Take it or leave it, mate.
What are you supposed to eat them with?
It's not my problem, I'm only the chef.
At least Gary Rhodes is safe for a while, eh?
Where's Bosco? His dinner's getting cold.
Last time I saw him, he was crawling in there, complaining about how tired he was.
Should have tried keeping with a pair of size 10 stuck up his nose like I had to.
At least your head was in the tent. I mean, when I woke up this morning, my hair was dripping.
Look, we're gonna have to sort something out for tonight. There's no way 5 of us can squeeze in there again.
Hey, wouldn't mind squeezing in a tent with one of those, see? Come on. Me and Rachel talked about it for ages. I mean, it just made me realise that I've got to stop blaming Ron Dicko for everything that goes wrong with me life.
Well, who else are you supposed to blame? Your fairy godmother?
No, it's not just him. It's more complicated than that. I just feel a lot better because I've been able to talk about things.
Well, at least you've got someone who'll listen.
Why don't you give it another go? She's bound to come round if you're honest with her.
Do you reckon?
What have you got to lose?
Jackie? Listen to me, love. I know I've been off on one these past few months, but that's over with, I promise you. Give us another chance, will you? I'll do anything to prove how much I love you.
Just wait, Jimmy. You'll never be any different.
No, you're wrong. You moving out, well, it's made me think about things. Realise where I went wrong.
You will never change, Jim.
I have, love, I swear to you. Please, just come round and let me talk to you. Please, Jackie. At least give us a chance to make it up to you.
More fingers and thumbs here. Oh, Katrina, you look brilliant. So you reckon I'll set them sheds off all right then? Yeah, they'll be the latest fashion accessory once you've done your stuff. Have a look for me next, see if he's ready for me yet. Okay. Oh, he wants to wait, won't be a sec. What time to worry up my bottles going here? Okay.
Are you sleeping any better now? Good. Well, you'll be back in your own bed soon, love. Yeah, you will. Just hang in there until next week and you'll be home, Luke. Yeah, back where you belong, love.
Is he ready for me now? No. He said to take a few more minutes while you get yourself dressed. But I'm dressed already. I know, and you look great and everything, but I don't think that's quite the image he was looking for. But this? Is anything I've got with me? I know he's already thought about that, Sheen. Which is why he's asked me to give you this.
Perfect. So what do you reckon then, girls?
Sound or what?
What a sound.
In the tents. You've done a good job.
Yeah, thank you. It's great.
And dead close in case you need a big strong fella in the night.
Well, we'll see you later, won't we, Hannah?
Yeah.
They fit all right.
Oh, yeah, especially that Eva one.
No chance, mate.
Get real. She had me stripped down to me boxies the minute she laid eyes across me.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. In fact, I think I can hear her throwing up right now.
She's all yours, Bosco. I'd rather have a mate anyway.
Hey, I saw that on the one first.
Doesn't really matter though, does it? We're not going to get far tonight with 5 of us in that.
2 actually, if you count theirs. Well, that's me sorted.
Me and all. Unlucky. You 3 losers can have the car.
No, sorry. No chance. I'll be in that sleeping bag van before you even get the doors unlocked.
Yeah, do you reckon?
No, listen, lads, we're the warning here. Don't go waking me and Eva before you got a brew on the go.
Yeah, get real. Huh?
You sure look all right? Oh, Katrina, you look brilliant. Oh, God, I don't think I can go through with this. Well, we can get off home or something if you want. I can't, he's all ready for me. Well, we could say that you're not well. And lose out on 500 quid. I'm here now. Might as well get on with it.
Tough day at the factory?
Another day, another dollar. How about you been honing your life-saving techniques again?
Oh, I brought a menopausal woman back from the edge, if that counts.
Nath told me about his little girl. Swallowed some bleach around at Jackie's dad's place or something.
From a lemonade bottle, can you believe?
Lucky you were there.
I didn't really do anything.
Still, puts my job into perspective though, doesn't it? Website design isn't exactly a life-saving occupation. If I stop tomorrow, no one dies.
Hi, Joe. Treat for the missus, eh?
Yeah, thought they might help cheer her up a bit.
Tough times, eh?
Yeah, it's been a long haul for all of us, especially Luke. Just can't wait for the trial to be over.
Well, not much longer than it will be.
Yeah, but for which one of them?
It's been a long time since I was picked up from school. Is this a regular service or just a one-off?
Well, I thought I'd get in quick before Ross and Rachel college it again. At least that was the plan.
Amazing. I've never seen one of those green-eyed monsters close up before.
Well, I just wanted to spend a bit of time with an adult instead of listening to our Mike going on about babies all the time.
I'm sure we can come up with something a little more stimulating between us.
Oh, watch it, Wills. Nearly had that lot on your head then.
Just got a few bits together. What's all this in, Ada?
Well, you know, last night, ruining the tea and that.
Suppose you made an effort. What about Will?
Oh, yeah, some.
He's not a dog, Jimmy.
Jackie, he loves it down there. He doesn't want to be sat up here listening to us going on.
Going on about what?
Me and you. I thought you'd come round to sort it all out.
I could do that. I would have done it years ago, wouldn't I? What is this?
A peace offering.
Jimmy, I come round for a change of clothes for me and Will, not a cosy candlelit dinner. Where did those flowers come from?
The garage. Half price.
Oh, I can see that. What's this all about?
I want you to come back. I need you to come back.
Well, so you don't burn your fingers on these.
How do they keep so hot? It's like the stuff they've had videos in.
Jimmy, shut up and tell me the real story, will you?
I want you back, Jack. And more than that, I want him back. All this has made me think.
At last.
No, listen. I know I can be a bit of a pillock at times. Can't we all?
You can.
But, well, I've lost one son. And even when he was alive, I still missed out on a lot. I didn't know it at the time, but I did. I don't want to miss it again. Please come back, Jack.
That's it. Just relax. Yeah, relax for me. That's it. Big smile. Now over here. That's it. Go on, make me want it. That's the one. Lovely.
Do you want something to eat, love?
Not sure what I want.
Well, there's sausages, chops, or some macaroni cheese Dad made.
I don't know. You choose.
No, I'm not that hungry.
Fancy going for a walk?
No, not really, love. Listen, I thought I'd do a wee bit of spring cleaning. You know, for when Luke gets home.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
He is coming home, isn't he, Joey?
Of course.
All genuine stuff, girls. This is gonna make us our fortunes.
Yeah, especially these stones of shad.
Which I discovered.
Hey, what you reckon of that then, Eva?
Very tasty.
What do you think, Hannah? Yeah.
There you go, Hannah. A present from me, girl.
Thank you, son.
You sliming.
I'm sorry, mate.
Sound choice, that, Eva.
Yeah, it's to keep out evil spirits.
Yeah, like them too.
It's really pretty.
Like you.
You flash get. Where are you two going?
We're going to see if a t-shirt fits.
Oh, right. Have a nice night. Losers.
Has Vic told you what happened between her and Mark?
No, it seems pretty final this time. Right. Let's try and make it last this time.
Sure, Doc. 5 seconds at least.
Oh, hang on, Vic. A toast first. To the 4 of us.
May we long continue to live, laugh, and love.
In that order.
Or not.
Like I said, Jack, I've really thought about things. That's why I've given up on this open university idea. I'd rather spend time with you and Al, William.
He really misses you, you know.
Same here. And after what happened to little Ruth, well, makes you realise how precious your kids are.
Do you know, that poor little mite must have been in agony.
One Dixon should be done for negligence, I'm telling you. He was supposed to be looking after her.
Accidents happen, Jim.
Hey, not to our kids, they don't. All it takes is a bit of care, Jack.
Yeah, well, we know how hard it is bringing up kids, don't we? Right, I better be getting back next door.
Do you have to go now?
I just need some time, Jim.
Right, come on, Will, it's bedtime!
Where is he? Oh, my God! William! What? Oh, no! Get an ambulance! Get an ambulance! He's not breathing! Jackie! Get an ambulance!
Get off, will you?
Give us a break, I am knackered here.
Oh, so am I, you snoring meth. Betty Jerome and Matt haven't got kinks in their spines.
Oh, bet them girls have. Mine dreamland or what?
Do you think he'll be all right?
Of course he will, love. Won't you, Wills, eh?
Oh, I hope so, Jimmy. I'll never forgive myself if anything happens to him.
They've only gone and robbed our gear as well.
The thieving little tarts.
The stones, the t-shirts, all me profits. I knew those girls were trouble.
Oi, Sleeping Beauty, we've got a surprise for yous.
Hey! What's going on? Where's my tent?
The same place as all the rest of our stuff. Them girls have got off with everything. Yeah, we're well and truly knackered now, aren't we?
We haven't got no money.
No gear.
No women. Defo no Glastonbury.
All right, love?
Yeah, I was just wondering how poor wee William is this morning.
He didn't look too good when they took him away in that ambulance.
No, not at Jackie or Jimmy.
Bet they didn't sleep much last night.
No, we know how that feels, don't we?
At least Luke is okay. Let's just be grateful for that for now.
You are a shameless hussy luring me up to your flat like that last night.
I don't remember you taking much luring.
Oh, I'm gonna be fit for nothing all day.
Right, come on then. I'll treat you to your breakfast so we can get your energy levels back up again. Hiya.
Oh, seems like someone got out of bed the wrong side this morning.
She's been like this the best part of an hour, so I thought I'd better get out before Susanna awakes.
Probably just as well with the way she's feeling right now.
I don't know how Susanna does it, keeping her home business and family going on at the same time.
She has a mug like me to do all the donkey work. See you. Yeah.
Oh dear, touched a nerve, have I?
Yep, you could say that.
Ah, here comes someone else who was up late.
You're keen, aren't you?
Just getting a stamina up for the diving trip next month.
Oh, you're going on that, aren't you?
And Victoria.
Surprised he hasn't talked to you into coming along.
Oh, well, give me a chance. Only Sarah's ticket's going begging if you fancy coming along.
Deep sea diving. Well, I wouldn't know where to start.
Well, with me, I've got the expertise and you've got the pool. And I don't charge much for tuition.
To do what?
Jackie's going to join us on the Red Sea dive.
Oh, great. That's if I can get away. Not again. It's the last thing I need.
It's all right, I'll keep an eye on things.
Mark, will you go away?
5 minutes, that's all.
No.
You're not picking up a signal, Seymour.
She's my wife.
For God's sake.
Victoria! Leave it! I just want to talk to her. A few minutes, that's all.
This one for me?
Yeah, pass us a mug.
I wonder how the corker lads this morning.
Well, he looked in a sorry state when they wheeled him out of there last night.
Poor little thing. Never would have happened if his mum and dad had been a bit more careful.
Don't be too hard on them, love. It's not easy being a parent, you know. I mean, we all try and do our best for our kids. Sometimes we get it wrong. It's a minefield out there.
Wasn't your fault, Dad?
It doesn't matter how many times you say it. Me and your mum will blame ourselves for the rest of our lives.
5 minutes he was out there on his own, Jackie. 5 flaming minutes and look at him.
I don't need reminding Jimmy I was there and all, you know. Just like Ron Dixon was with little Ruth.
Should have filled that pond in months ago.
It's a bit late to be thinking about that now.
I promise you I'll get it sorted before he comes out. No more swimming for a bit for you, eh, son?
You should have seen him in Mallorca. Me and Arlene's couldn't get him out of that hotel pool. Poor little Mike must have thought he was still on his arse when he saw the pond.
I know you shouldn't have gone away on that holiday.
Are you trying to blame me for this?
No, I'm just saying it probably wouldn't have happened if our Wills hadn't got a taste for swimming while you were away.
It wouldn't have happened if we'd both been out in the garden watching him. He's only 2, Jimmy. We should never let him out there on his own in the first place.
It was 5 minutes.
Yes, long enough for our son nearly to drown himself. Listen, I'm sick to the stomach here, and you're sitting trying to find someone to blame.
All right, I'm sorry.
We'll change the record. All I want to hear right now is my son's well enough to come out.
Cakes, man.
They're wearing artsy shits.
I was feeling dead happy when I got back from that photo shoot last night. 5 minutes to Susanna and me and I'm totally depressed again.
She's still in an arc with you all the time.
She's worse than ever.
Poor woman's probably run off her feet trying to get that restaurant of hers organised.
She's got Jackie and Lindsay covering for her in there. And she's still not happy. If you'd ask me, she just doesn't want to be stuck in with these two. Any excuse and she's straight out the door without a second thought.
Selfish cow, she doesn't deserve those two because you're gorgeous, aren't you?
Most of the time. Come on, let's get these nappies changed before Madam services and starts moaning. See you.
See ya. I just feel like the musk grows in my face every time I step foot out the door.
Not for much longer, love. As soon as that son of theirs gets his just desserts next week, you won't see that lot for dust.
Joey, can you get us some milk while you're right there? I can't stand much more of this.
You won't have to. Another week, Luke will be home. Then maybe we can start getting our lives back together again.
Look, I'm sorry, I haven't got time. I'm late for work.
Just a few minutes, Vicky Bell, please.
Don't call me that.
Come on, Mark, she's got to go.
Listen to me, Vicky. I love you. And I know we can sort things out. I just know we can.
Some other time.
Well, the holiday's already paid for, so what have you got to lose? Trust me, Jackie, you'll love it.
And we can start doing some training in the pool next week.
You'll be an expert by the time I get you in the Red Sea.
Why? Why do you keep doing this to me?
Because I've had enough okay? I've tried God knows how many times, but that's it.
Leave it, Mark. You've got to stop crowding her like this.
Crowding her? She spends more time with you two than she does with me.
Well, shouldn't that be telling you something?
Well, then why does she keep coming back? I can't eat or sleep since she walked out on me. When it's an effort just to get out of bed in the morning.
Listen, it sounds like depression. Now, maybe you ought to see your GP, ask him to give you something to help.
I don't need pills and a good talking to. I need my wife back.
You heard what she said.
I know you two think I'm some sort of a wimp, but I love her. She's the only woman I've ever... Can't you talk to her? Tell her I'll change. Tell her I'll do anything she wants if you'll just tell me what's wrong.
She's her own person, Mark. You know that.
Please, I'm begging you. She'll listen to you. I know she will.
All right. I'll try.
Thank you. Thanks. I'll leave it to you then, yeah? I'm sorry if I created a bit of a scene. Sorry.
Oh, terrific bedside manner, Doc.
Well, you have to give him some hope.
Not by agreeing to do the impossible.
You all right, love?
Just wish this chat was over and done with.
I'm not going to say I know how you feel, because I don't. I know you've been through hell because of what that animal did to you. Me and your mum don't want you suffering any more than you already have. But there's only you and that Musgrove scum who know what really happened. You'll only get one shot at him, love. You've got to make sure that you're the one the jury believes. It'll be all right, Nick. They're going to lock him up and throw away the key. This time next week, it'll all be over, eh?
Next tonight, meet Russ. Or do I mean Ross? It may seem like The Twilight Zone, but it's actually Friends, kicking off Friday comedy in a few minutes.
Okay, love. You're starting to turn and I feel like I'm going to throw up.
You should eat something, you know, love. There's a cafe back there. Not too late.
Yeah, your dad's right, even if it's just around a toast or something.
Honest to goodness.
I've got you these. They're from the health shop. I took them and had my driving test and they really worked.
You can hardly compare a driving test to what I've got to go through.
I know, but I thought they might help calm your nerves.
We lads take the whole packet.
All right, sir. Seeing the state of this, lad? What's happened? All the power's gone off, and everything back there's completely defrosted, and the meat's been dripping on them. Oh, no. Well, everything was all right when I locked up last night.
Looks like the lecky's been up for a while, if these are anything to go by. That's all I need.
Anyone been in?
Yeah, Sandra, the healthcare assistant. Well, she's nice.
Any news?
Well, I still think it's a chest infection from the water he swallowed, but Sandra said they can't be absolutely sure till they get the results of the test.
When's that gonna be?
I don't know. But she promised she'll let us know as soon as she hears anything. She talks to him like he's her own, you know. She's got such a lovely manner. And she was saying she hasn't got any kids of her own.
Well, she's still only young, isn't she?
Not that young. She must be late 30s at least. Strange, isn't it? Sometimes seems like the people who make the best parents don't seem to bother. Meanwhile, the ones who don't put any thought into it at all breed like rabbits.
Well, not such a bad thing, though, is it? I mean, look at us. None of our kids were planned.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we still loved and cared for them, though, haven't we?
Cared for them. If it wasn't for us, he wouldn't be lying there in the first place.
It was an accident.
An accident that should never have happened, Jimmy.
And you met Mr. and Mrs. Musgrove?
Hello.
Hello.
Well, as far as I'm aware, there are no hitches. Everything's planned to start at 10:30, as scheduled.
Grand. How long do you reckon it'll go on for?
Oh, I'd have thought 3 days maximum.
That's not too bad, I suppose.
Morning, James. Morning, Ian. If you'll excuse me, I'll see you in there.
Do you reckon he's Nicky Shadwick's barrister? Well, he's prosecuting, yes. The way they're all great mates.
I know. You'd think they'd be at each other's throats.
It's probably the biggest week in Luke's life, and to them it's just another day at work.
So, what happens now?
Basically, the charges will be read out to Luke. The prosecution will then open the proceedings, calling Miss Shadwick first as their main witness.
Oh, so they won't actually be questioning Luke today?
No, that won't be until tomorrow, possibly the day after. Perhaps we should go in.
You just run and see where Matt's got to.
Look, remember, you don't have to wait around here with this lot. And you don't have to go in until they call you. The one from the victim support scheme said she'll sort you out in a separate room. I know, but what's the point? I've had to face him every day since it's happened. I just want to be in there from the beginning.
You know you're going to have to leave once the jury is sworn in, don't you, love?
Yeah, I know. I just want to see him brought in. I won't see him real until I've seen him sat there in the dock.
That's what I think.
Yeah, just to get all this over and done with.
All stand, please.
Mum.
Will the defendant please stand? Are you Luke Musgrove?
Hey, Anthony, all our power's gone.
Yeah, ours is off too. I'm just on my way to check Bar Brookie.
Must be the old parade, then.
Oh, it's off in there and all. Our jockey's been down the lecky board.
I wonder what could have caused it.
I've got hundreds of pounds worth of food in there, totally ruined.
I'll bet you any money you like it's something to do with that Millennium book.
It's only June.
Come on, Ron, don't tell me one of these end of the world is now brigade.
Hey, you can laugh, Mick, but it wouldn't surprise me if this was just the start of things to come.
You'd have to go back into your bunker then and do us all a favour, won't you?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Come on, Ron. He's not worth it.
Hey, you won't be so smug when you get the bill for that window.
Yeah, well, you can shove your bill right up your...
Why don't you go home and have a kip? I'll stay here.
No, I want to stay. You go home if you want.
No, I'm fine.
You should be at work.
Don't be soft. I'm not going into work while he's lying here. I suppose I could go home and get that pond filled in now.
It's a bit late for that now.
Yeah, I know. He's going to be all right, isn't he?
Oh, we don't know that, do we, Jimmy? We don't know what damage could have been caused. Oh, God. When I saw him lying there, I really thought... I really...
Hey, come on, Jack. Come on, don't go upsetting yourself.
We've been just another 5 minutes, Jimmy. Oh, God.
So you see, members of the jury, there is absolutely no doubt that somebody had sex with Nicholas Shadwick that night, nor that she came to have the drug in her drink. Now, if you're sure that the accused was responsible for tampering with her drink, it must surely follow that he did it to leave her in such a state that she had no choice but to have sexual intercourse with him. Luke Musgrove was perfectly aware that Nicholas Shadwick would never have consented to such a thing ordinarily, so he made absolutely certain that she was going to be in no position to refuse him. Your Honor, I'd like to call the prosecution's first witness, Nicola Jessica Shadwick.
Nick, love, it's only to be expected.
Are you sure you'll be better off in the other room we sorted out for you?
I don't see why we should be cooped up in some little room just to keep out of their way. We'll be okay.
Just remember, like I said before, we are all here for you. You're not on your own.
How much longer are they going to be?
Nicola Jessica Shadwick.
Let's go.
Okay. Take the Bible in your right hand and read from the card.
I swear by Almighty God to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Shadwick, I appreciate how difficult this is for you. But this is a courtroom, and it's very important that you speak as clearly as possible so the jury can hear everything you say. I'd like to start by taking you back to the night of Wednesday, the 23rd of December, 1998. Can you please tell the jury what happened?
At last.
Yeah. Too late now, all the stuff's ruined.
Ah, but I've always down. This will be all right to use today. Won't he try and shift as much as we can?
Yeah, I can't take any chances, Sim. I better get back down to wholesalers. I will be going out of business.
Why aren't you covered with the insurance for this lot?
Yeah, but I don't want all the hassle. Do us a favour, mate. Get rid of this lot when you've got a minute, see?
Yeah, I will do.
Hi, Nick, how's it going?
Don't ask, Jimmy.
What's up with him?
Don't ask. How's Will?
Jack is still with him at the Aussie. He seems okay. We're waiting for the test results to come through, you know.
What's happening, ATM? First my little Ruth, now your Will.
Tell me about it. They say everything goes in threes, don't they?
Oh, don't say that.
Hey, listen, I'm after a bit of a favour. You don't fancy coming round to ours when you knock off, do you? Give us an hand.
And with what?
I want to get that pond filled in.
No thanks, Jimmy. I've done enough digging in that back garden to last me a lifetime.
Come on, mate, I've got my hands on some cheap sand. Thought it'd turn into, you know, a little sand pit. Be a nice surprise for our Wills when he comes home. Come on, we'll take it on with the two of us.
All right. Well, I'll have to wait until Mick gets back, OK?
Nice one, mate. I'll see you later.
See ya.
Hi, love.
Hiya.
Surprised to see you in here. Haven't come round to hassle me for the bill for that window again, have you?
No, I haven't actually. Just come in for some dinner.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a while.
Although God knows why we're giving our custom to you after what you did to Ron.
He asked for it.
We both feel absolutely terrible about what happened to Ruth. It was an accident. But what you did, you could have killed him.
Yeah, well, I never. Look, Anthea, I've got no argument with you. It's Ron that started all this.
Yeah, well, you well and truly finished it.
Look, we're going round in circles here. Do you want me to take your order or not?
2 meat pies and a portion of chips, please.
Well, it's going to take me about 15 minutes to get everything up and running, so...
OK, see you in a bit.
There was a few of us, and we were going into town. And then we heard there was a party at Leo Johnson's. He's our neighbour.
Your neighbour who lives at 5 Brookside Close, Manor Park?
Yeah,
You say there was a few of you?
yeah. I was with,
It's okay, Miss Shadwick. Just take your time.
I was with Jason, my brother, his girlfriend Katrina, and a few friends from university.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
She was with a few friends from university.
Sorry, Miss Shadwick, I'm going to have to ask you to speak up.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
And you had been drinking prior to the party?
Yeah, we had a couple of bottles of lager, but we weren't drunk or anything.
Can you describe to the court what you were wearing, Miss Shadwick?
Yeah, I had a skirt and a cardi type thing on.
A cardigan?
Yeah, well, it's not exactly how you'd imagine a cardigan. It was short sleeves about here, and I just had it fastened with one button here.
And what were you wearing underneath the cardigan?
Nothing. Well, I had a bra on, obviously.
And could you describe the skirt?
It was black, leather.
What length?
The defence here, I take it, is the defendant never had sex with her at all.
Exactly, Your Honour.
Then what difference does it make what she was wearing, Mr. Georgeson? Could we get on? Unless you want people to think that a woman cannot dress fashionably without risk of being raped.
I'm sorry, Your Honour. I was attempting to prove precisely the opposite.
If only life could always be this simple, eh?
I know. Just seems to be one thing after the other lately. I dread to think what will go wrong next.
Sinbad could sue us.
I think we should drop the whole thing. It's gone on long enough. The main thing is, you and Ruth are okay.
Yeah. Suppose you're right, yeah.
So you won't be giving them the bill for that window, then?
It's like you said, love. This thing has dragged on long enough.
All I want to concentrate on is getting married next week. I'm not going to let anything go wrong this time.
I'm surprised you still want to marry me after everything I've put you through.
What do you mean?
Well, I just seem to be a magnet for trouble, don't I? Everything I touch turns to disaster.
Ron, don't talk like that. OK, so you've made a few mistakes. But all that tells me is that you're human.
I do love you, you know.
And I love you. So you can pack in all this talk about how you don't deserve me. Because there's one thing we all deserve. And that's a bit of happiness.
Well, it was this lad, Harvey. I'm at university with him. And he was coming on to me, you know, trying to cop off with me.
He's the one who should be in that dock.
Luke come over and got rid of him for me.
And how long had you known Mr. Musgrove prior to this?
He'd moved on to the close a couple of months before, and I'd just seen him around.
And what did you think of him?
I liked him. He seemed nice.
Did you find him physically attractive?
A bit, I suppose. I was just grateful he got rid of Harvey for me.
Did you get the impression that Mr. Musgrove found you physically attractive?
He made it pretty obvious.
In what way?
Well, I went up to the toilet, and when I came out, he was standing on the landing waiting for me, and that's when we started kissing.
And who instigated the kiss?
I'm not sure. It just seemed to happen. I mean, we were both a bit drunk by this stage, and he started to pull me into the bedroom, and we carried on kissing in there.
In the same bedroom that you allege he later raped you?
Yeah. He started running his hands up and down my body and stuff, and it was obvious he wanted to take it further, but I just pushed him off me and told him I wasn't interested.
And did you give him any further encouragement?
No. I went straight back down the stairs. It wasn't long after that I started to feel weird.
So if your drink had been tampered with, you were not aware of it?
No.
So you'd rejected Mr. Musgrove in the bedroom and gone back downstairs to the party. Exactly how long after that was it before you began to go weird, as you describe it?
About half an hour, maybe.
Could you describe to the jury how you felt?
At first, I just thought I was drunk, but it wasn't really like that. I just felt really light, like I wasn't really there. It was like I was dreaming it or something, and people were talking to me, but I just couldn't make out what they were saying.
Miss Shadwick, would you accept that in this day and age, recreational drug use is commonplace among certain young people?
Some young people, not everyone. I've always been too scared of drugs myself.
So the way you were feeling was completely alien to you?
Yes.
That must have been very frightening.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I just didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't feel horrible or anything. It was just weird. That's the only way I can explain it. It's all a bit of a blur from there. I suddenly started feeling really heavy, and I could hardly walk. And then I sort of remember Mike Dixon taking me up to the bedroom.
Mike Dixon?
Yeah. He was at the party. He works in Barbrookie.
And it was Mr. Dixon who put you to bed?
Yeah, but like I said, none of that part is very clear. In fact, nothing after that seems very clear. I think he must have just gone completely unconscious.
I don't know how you talk me into this. This gives me the creeps.
Yeah, well... Let's just hope we don't find another body under there.
It's not funny, Jimmy.
I know that. It was me that found him, wasn't it? Hey, still gives me nightmares.
Yeah, well, I bet they're nothing compared to the nightmares I have.
Well, do you know what? You want to write a book, I'm telling you, you'll make a mint.
What, Confessions of a Window Cleaner?
Something like that.
Hiya.
Hiya, Jack. How was he?
No change. I thought I'd just come home for a bit and freshen up, you know.
Was he asleep when you left?
He's been asleep most of the day. At least I know Sandra will be there, you know, when he wakes up and he likes it.
One of the nurses.
She's not a nurse, Jimmy. She's a care assistant. Right, I'll get out of these and have a bath. A reek to high heaven.
So what's the score then? She living back here?
You tell me. But if she's chosen to have a bath here instead of next door, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Fingers crossed, eh?
I don't know, Sam. Why can't anything ever be simple?
The next thing I remember is waking up in bed the next morning. I didn't even know where it was. It took me ages to work it out at first. Then I saw an empty condom packet lying at the side of the bed. And then I noticed some blood on the sheets. I just panicked. I didn't know what I was doing. And I just got the sheets and the condom packets and threw them out the window into the garden. I just wanted to get out the house as quick as I could.
You threw them out of the window?
Yeah, I did it without even thinking. I was just dead embarrassed. I was in someone else's house and there was blood on the sheet. I was racking my brains trying to remember what I'd done, but nothing had come back to me. It was just a complete blank.
And what did you do with the sheet and the condom packet?
I shoved it into one of my dad's rubber bags at the side of our house.
And what happened to it?
My dad got rid of it, but he didn't realise.
Did you talk to anyone about what happened to you?
Yeah, Katrina, my brother's girlfriend.
And when did you talk to her?
That day, well, the day after the party. I thought I was going mad because I couldn't remember anything at all. I'd been drinking, but it wasn't that much. It was only then I started to think that my drink must have been spiked. Well, that was the only way I could explain it. I wasn't even sure whether I'd slept with someone, only that I felt really sore, you know, down there, down below. I just had this horrible feeling.
Miss Shadwick, you didn't report what happened to the police until the following day. Can you explain the delay in contacting them?
Because it took me so long to realise what had actually happened. It was just a total blank. I suppose I didn't really want to believe it had happened at first.
Now, in your own time, I'd like you to tell me about these flashbacks you began to have.
Well, they didn't start until a few weeks later. I'd be walking down the corridor at university or somewhere, and then something would come back to me really vividly. Something from the night of the party.
Such as?
Your Honour, with all due respect, I'm not entirely convinced that these flashbacks, as my learned friend calls them, can really be considered reliable evidence.
Your Honour, one of the witnesses I shall be calling is a psychiatrist. She will testify that these flashbacks are perfectly normal when a person has been heavily tranquilized, and how it can often take several weeks for the memory even to begin to recover.
If that is the case, then it would appear that Mr. Georgeson's line of questioning is entirely justifiable.
Thank you, Your Honour. Miss Shadwick, could you please tell the jury about these flashbacks? What exactly did you see?
Well, it was just small things at first, like being taken up the stairs, being put to bed, things that I couldn't remember properly at the time. But then they started to become more detailed. One day I had this sudden memory of someone lying on top of me, and he was pulling my knickers down, and I was just lying there. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get him off me.
And there was one flashback in particular. Could you tell us about it?
It was a couple of days later. It was just the same as the last one. The feeling of someone lying on top of me. He was having sex with me and it hurt. And I just wanted him to stop, but I couldn't do anything. I managed to open my eyes and I saw him, and he was saying to me, it's okay, And I wanted to say to him, it's not okay, get off me, but I couldn't. I couldn't say anything, I couldn't even speak.
And who was it? Who did you see?
It was him. It was Luke Musgrove.
Thank you, Miss Shadwick. That will be all.
As it is almost 4 o'clock, Mr. Curran, I expect you would prefer to start your cross-examination tomorrow morning rather than start now and have to break off.
Indeed I would, Your Honour.
Then we will break off until 10:15 tomorrow morning. Miss Shadwick, it is particularly important that you should not discuss this case with anybody overnight.
Yes, Your Honour.
You may stand down, Miss Shadwick. The court shall reconvene at 10:15 tomorrow morning.
All stand.
that Nicky Shadwick should be given an Oscar.
Oh, don't be so hard on her, love. We all know they've got the wrong man, but the poor girl was raped. She's just so mixed up, clutching at straws, wanting to blame anyone.
Was it really that bad?
It was terrible hearing her side of the story. She's convinced it was Luke, you know. It was awful hearing him being talked about like that. I just wanted to shout out. Tell her she'd got it all wrong.
She's talking about Luke who want these flashbacks. She's crying her eyes out. She almost had me feeling sorry for her.
Oh, great. That's all we need.
Yeah, but the girl was drugged up to her eyeballs. I mean, she could have been hallucinating or anything.
Yeah, well, we'll see if she's still so convincing once he has a go at her tomorrow.
Your mother's right. Today was just her version of events. Tomorrow, it'll be Luke's turn.
Let's hope our old Cavan QC can say an air inside out tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I really hope you're right. Because if today's anything to go by, then most of that jury are already going to be convinced he's guilty.
So you were holding out for someone special?
Yes.
I made up you'd move back in again.
Says it.
It's a nightmare. They're asking her Nicky all kinds.
She didn't deserve what happened to her.
Just running my hands up and down her body while we kissed.
How much further were you prepared to go?
Don't know what you mean.
Miss Shadwick, I'd like you to remind the jury what happened on the morning of Thursday, the 24th of December, 1998. That's the morning after the party.
When I woke up, you mean?
If you would.
Well, like I said yesterday, I was just very confused. I didn't know where I was or how I ended up there. And then I saw the condom packet lying at the side of the bed. And the blood on the sheet.
But at this point, you still weren't certain as to whether or not you'd had sexual intercourse.
No, I didn't think I had. I was hoping I hadn't.
You were hoping you hadn't. In your statements to the police, you claim to have been a virgin prior to the party.
I was?
So this would have been your first sexual experience?
Yes.
Had you had boyfriends before?
Well, yeah, but nothing serious.
So when you say nothing serious, what exactly do you mean?
Well, I kissed a couple of lads, but that was it.
So you've never gone any further than kissing?
No.
Why not?
Because I never wanted to. I didn't want to sleep with just anyone. I wanted it to be right. I wanted it to mean something.
So you were holding out for someone special?
Yes.
You were at a party where alcohol and various illegal substances were freely available. There are various witnesses who claim that they saw you behaving in a very provocative manner. How can you be certain that in your intoxicated state you didn't consent to intercourse? In short, you couldn't be sure that it wasn't all your fault.
No.
You can't be sure even now that these flashbacks aren't what you've imagined, or what you would rather have happened. Thank you, Miss Shadwick.
Miss Shadwick, at any time during the party, did you intend to have sex with anybody?
No, of course I didn't.
And did you know what effect the combination of alcohol and this particular drug might have on you?
Well, how could I? I didn't even know I'd taken a drug.
Are you even clear in your own mind today what effect they had on you?
No, not really.
When you awoke and guessed that you must have had sex, what was your state of mind?
I didn't know what to do.
And did you know who best to turn to?
No, I didn't.
Thank you very much, Miss Shadwick.
You are free to leave the court if you wish, Miss Shadwick.
Your Honour, I'd like to call Dr. Josephine O'Keefe, the psychiatrist who will testify as to the effects of the drugs involved and to the reliability of Miss Shadwick's memory.
I just want to keep him in for a few more days. Keep an eye on this chest infection.
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? Listen, I can only stay half an hour, but I'll come straight back in after school later.
You don't have to, you know.
I want to. I'm supposed to be running one of the after-school clubs, but, well, thinking. What's her name? Karen said she'd do it for me.
Makes a nice change.
What does?
Putting your family before school.
That's unfair. You know, my family have always meant more to me than work.
It didn't seem that way sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'll make it up to you, I promise.
Jimmy, if I had a pound for every time I've heard you say that.
Yeah, well, Jackie, I mean it. Look, I'm made up you've moved back in again.
Says it.
Well, I just assumed. I mean, you came home yesterday for a bath and everything.
We were spending so much time together in this place, didn't seem to make any difference.
Well, it's for the best. Especially when we bring this little fella back home next week. He'll be made up to have his mum and dad living back together again. Won't you, son?
Due to the fact that Miss Shadwick had removed the sheet from the bed, our scene of crime officer was unable to find any traces of hair or semen or anything of that nature. The only thing we did come across was a shirt button.
And was there anything particularly distinctive about this button?
It was just a small metal button.
And did this button match the shirt Mr. Musgrove was wearing on the night of the alleged rape?
Yes, it was an identical match.
Could you tell the jury where this button was found?
Yes, it was on the bed.
On the bed?
Yes.
Not on the floor or anywhere else in the room, but on the bed?
That's right.
This wasn't the only piece of evidence you came across, was it, D.S. Rose?
No. During a search of the bins, we retrieved some empty alcohol bottles, the same brand Miss Shadwick had been drinking on the night.
And what was the aim of this?
To find any bottle Miss Shadwick had been drinking from.
And how could you know which ones to choose?
She was drinking a distinctive brand of lager. We recovered 4 such bottles with Miss Shadwick's fingerprints on them. They were sent to the forensic laboratory for examination, and some small traces of a tranquilizing drug were discovered inside one of them.
Once again, I would like to refer, Your Honor, to page 12 of the forensic report. So, she might have drunk the drug from that bottle.
That is one possibility.
Were any other fingerprints found on the bottle?
No.
So someone may have introduced the drug into the bottle without leaving fingerprints?
That is the possibility.
Your Honour, D.S. Rose is drawing inferences here, as he's perfectly entitled to do, but the hard fact remains that there is no evidence as to who put that drug in that bottle or why.
That's perfectly true, Ma'am.
Duly noted, Mr. Corn.
Miss Shadwick was examined by a police doctor. Could you please tell the jury the findings of that examination?
Dr. Whitelaw found some slight bruising on Miss Shadwick's upper thighs, consistent with sexual intercourse under the suggested circumstances.
Yes, so the jury has heard that Miss Shadwick was a virgin before the alleged rape. Was Dr. Whitelaw able to verify this?
It was Dr. Whitelaw's opinion that she had been a virgin.
Thank you, Detective Sergeant Rose.
Auntie Rose?
Matthew! How's it going? I've never felt so mortified in my whole life.
Yeah, that's all over now, love. You've done your bit. You can go home if you want.
No, I'd rather stay. I wouldn't mind getting some fresh air, though. It's claustrophobic in there. Come on, I'll come outside with you.
Yeah, you could do with a bit of fresh air myself.
Oh, well, I need the book.
Yeah, me too. Look, all me's here. Right, OK.
All right, mate. How's it going? How's it going? It's a nightmare. They're asking her Nicky all kinds. You know, that personal stuff, trying to make out that she's some slag who'd sleep with anything. I feel sick about all this. I mean, I don't know why they've called me. Well, you were the last to see you, weren't you? Yeah, apart from Luke Musgrove. And I've been hanging around for ages. Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be much longer now, mate. And do you reckon the old case is only going to last a couple of days? Yeah. I'll see you later. See you later.
Miss Evans, were you at all aware that your friend was behaving any differently on the night of the party?
No, not that I noticed. Nicky and I, we were just having a laugh.
You wouldn't say she was behaving in a provocative manner at all?
No.
So you think it would be unfair to suggest that she was throwing herself at anybody on the night? Deliberately leading anybody on, as far as you could see?
No, like I said, we were just at a party having a laugh, that's all. There's no harm in that, is there?
Thank you, Miss Evans.
Miss Evans, you say that you noticed no difference in Miss Shadwick's behaviour on the night of the party.
Yes.
So you disagree with the witness statements that she was behaving in a totally outrageous fashion?
Yes, of course I would.
And you have absolutely no doubt about that?
Of course not.
May I remind you what Jason Shadwick said at the party?
How do you mean?
Well, is it not true to say that he was far from happy with his sister's behaviour? That he said that Nicky had had too much to drink and should go home? Do you remember that?
Yes, but I didn't agree with him.
Well, you had been drinking too.
Yeah, but I wasn't drunk or anything. Look, Jason's just a normal big brother. He was probably just being a bit overprotective, that's all.
So overprotective that he suggested that she should leave the party and go home?
Nicky was just having a good time. She didn't deserve what happened to her.
Please, Miss Evans, just answer the question I put to you. Did Miss Shadwick's brother find his sister's behaviour so appalling that he asked her to leave the party and go home?
Yes.
What are you doing here? You seem really depressed this morning. I just wanted to check you were okay. How come you're not in there?
I can't listen to Dad anymore. It's horrible hearing them talk. I'm just gonna wait here till they come out. This place is crawling with busies.
Oh, well, I'll be over soon. And we can concentrate on getting rich.
How are we going to do that since the gym and beds on up for the last stuff?
At least you got a shag out of it.
Shh. This is a court. You can't say things like shagging here.
Anyway, we'll have to lay our hands on more stuff. Jerome's still going on about the money he gave us. He's still expecting a profit. Not to mention all them irate customers who'll be turning up on your doorstep.
That's the last thing my mum and Dad need.
So you took her up to the bedroom?
Yeah.
Could you tell the jury what happened once you were inside the bedroom?
Nothing. Just pulled back the covers and helped her into bed.
And did you make any attempt to undress her?
No. Well, I took her shoes off, that's all, and just covered her up and went back downstairs.
And how was Miss Shadwick when you left the room?
She was asleep.
So in the time it took you to put her to bed and leave the room, she'd already fallen asleep?
Yeah, as soon as I hit the pillow, she just went out like a light.
So when you left the room, she was fully dressed, covered, and fast asleep?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon.
How is he? He hasn't been too bad. He really perked up for an hour or so this afternoon. Played with his toys and stuff. Must have tired himself out.
Oh, well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah. I went to have a cup of tea with Sandra in a break. I should have heard some of the things she was telling me about the kids in here who'll never go home. I know it sounds dramatic, but you know, I think nurses are more like angels than human beings. They deserve a medal.
Pity the same can't be said about teachers.
How do you mean?
Well, I finished my marking today. End-of-year exams.
And?
Well, put it this way. I don't think Karen's going to be very happy with me.
That bad?
Just don't understand it. I mean, you know, in class, the kids are great, you know, seem to enjoy the lesson, but the results just don't reflect it.
Can't you just forge them? You have done with everything else.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. To be completely honest, I couldn't care less, Jimmy. The only thing I care about is getting our will home. There are more important things in the world than exam results, you know.
Members of the jury, you have heard that Luke Musgrove has been charged on 2 counts. Count 1 of having unlawful sexual intercourse with a woman, and count 2 of administering a noxious substance with intent to injure, the basic intention being to deprive Miss Shadwick of the ability to resist rape. Now, on what firm evidence does the prosecution found its case? Admissions from the defendant? No. Compelling forensic evidence? Finding a bottle of sedatives, perhaps, hidden in his bedroom. No. Having an eyewitness to the alleged rape. No. Flashbacks apart, if you dare to call them evidence, it would be fair to say that the prosecution amounts to a button. One button. One button to proclaim the defendant a ruthless seducer, a drugger of a virgin, and a rapist. Well, surely not. Luke Musgrove was arrested 18 days after the alleged incident took place. And what was the reason for his arrest? Had the police search of number 5 Brookside Close unearthed some compelling new DNA evidence? Evidence usually so essential in securing a conviction in a case as serious as this? No, this is not the case. Luke Musgrove was arrested purely on the basis of a single button which had been found in the bedroom after the alleged rape occurred. Now, Mr. Musgrove has never at any time denied that this button belonged to a shirt he was wearing that evening. So, ask yourselves this. Is a single shirt button found in the room where Mr. Musgrove freely admits he had earlier been embracing Miss Shadwick evidence enough to convict a man of rape? The police clearly didn't think so. Mr. Musgrove was released 4 days later without any charge being made against him. 1 month later, he was rearrested and charged. Had compelling new evidence been discovered? Had an eyewitness come forward to verify that Mr. Musgrove had indeed been seen with Miss Shadwick in the bedroom at the time of the alleged rape? Once again, the answer is no. Luke Musgrove was arrested simply because 6 weeks after the alleged incident, Miss Shadwick claimed to have had what you've heard described in this court as a flashback. A flashback in which she claims to have remembered Mr. Musgrove having sexual intercourse with her. 6 weeks after the alleged incident, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Furthermore, Miss Shadwick believes that it was Mr. Musgrove who dropped a tranquilizing drug into her drink with the sole purpose of having sexual intercourse with her. Once again, there is no firm evidence to substantiate this claim. Yes, we've heard that an empty beer bottle was recovered containing minute traces of a drug, but there's not a single shred of evidence to link that bottle to Mr. Musgrove. In effect, the drink could have been tampered with by any other single person at that party. So, this is the sum of what the prosecution puts to you, members of the jury. 1 button plus 1 flashback equals guilt. Well, I say to you, the prosecution can't do its sums. 1 button plus 1 flashback equals not guilty. It is the aim of the defence to prove to you that Luke Musgrove is not guilty of this indictment. Your Honour, I'd like to call the defendant Luke Musgrove.
Take the Bible in your right hand and read from the card.
I do solemnly swear by Almighty God to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you.
Mr. Musgrove, perhaps it would be helpful to start by telling the court of your relationship with Miss Shadwick prior to the party.
We were just neighbours. We'd only recently moved into the area. I knew her to let on to. We'd chatted once or twice, and that was about it.
So at the party, you were already on vaguely familiar terms with Miss Shadwick?
Yeah.
Did you find her attractive?
Yeah. She's a very attractive girl. I think most people fancied her.
Most people?
Well, there was some people there who commented on the night. I think it was partly to do with the way she was dressed.
Oh, could you describe the way that she was dressed?
It was quite minimal, I suppose.
Would you expand on that?
Well, she was wearing this top, and it was showing her cleavage and stuff, and a short skirt. I'm sure most fellas there were a bit turned on, I suppose.
So you were aware that she was attracting a lot of male attention due to the way that she was dressed?
And the way she looks.
Did Miss Shadwick approach you, or did you approach her?
I approached her at the start.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah. I could see she was being chatted up by this lad. I didn't know him at the time. Turns out he was a friend from university. Harvey something.
Harvey Fairhurst?
Yeah, that's him.
So you noticed this Harvey character talking to Miss Shadwick?
Well, being a pain, really. Trying to cop off with her. I could see she was looking hassled, so I went over and got rid of him for her.
Got rid of him?
You know, just warned him off.
So you could see that Miss Shadwick was looking uncomfortable and you decided to intervene?
Yeah.
How did she react to this?
She was grateful.
Did she thank you?
Yeah, she called me her knight in shining armour.
Her knight in shining armour?
Yeah.
Well, what did she do?
She just smiled and went upstairs.
And what did you make of this?
I got the impression that she fancied me. The fact that she'd called me her knight in shining armour and the way she looked at me.
So what did you do then?
I followed her upstairs.
And what happened then?
She'd gone to the toilet. I waited till she came out and we started kissing.
And was there any conversation prior to this?
Not that I can remember. We didn't waste any time, really. It was obvious we liked each other. We carried on kissing, but it was a bit embarrassing because there was people around.
Can you remember who?
I can remember Jason, Nikki's brother. He came over and told her to go home.
Did you know why he'd said that?
I just assumed he didn't like seeing his sister kissing someone.
That he was simply being protective?
Yeah.
And how did Miss Shadwick react to her brother's comments?
I can't remember. I think she just told him to mind his own business.
At this stage, were you aware that Miss Shadwick was intoxicated?
Well, I knew she'd had a drink like everybody else, but I wouldn't call her particularly drunk or anything.
So, it was at this point that you decided to go into the bedroom?
Yeah.
Did Miss Shadwick object to going into the bedroom with you?
No.
So, despite the fact that prior to this kiss you were no more than mere acquaintances, she showed no reluctance in going into the bedroom with you?
No.
What did you think?
Well, I was pleased. I fancied her, and I knew a lot of other people fancied her as well. I suppose I was flattered that she'd chosen me.
And what happened in the bedroom?
We carried on kissing.
Anything else?
Well, I started to, you know, caress her.
Caress her?
Just running my hands up and down her body while we kissed.
And how did she react?
She pushed me away.
Did she say anything?
She said, I'm drunk, but I'm not that drunk, and then she went back downstairs.
Were you disappointed?
Of course I was. But it was hardly the end of the world. It wasn't like the first time I'd been knocked back.
So this very attractive young woman makes advances towards you, goes into a bedroom with you, kisses you, and then quite abruptly decides that she wants no more to do with it. Well, you must have felt very rejected.
I did. But not rejected enough to rape her.
So what did you do?
Well, I wasn't going to let it spoil my evening. I went back downstairs and continued enjoying the party.
At any point after this, did you return to the bedroom?
No.
Are you absolutely sure about that, Mr. Musgrove?
Yeah.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Musgrove, the jury heard evidence from Detective Sergeant Rose that your shirt button was found on the bed in the room where the alleged rape took place. How do you explain this?
I've already said I was in the room with Nikki. I don't deny that.
Exactly where in the room?
Oh, just behind the door.
So a considerable distance from the bed?
No, not really. It was only a small box room. The bed's behind the door.
But you never, at any point, went near the bed?
No. We didn't get on the bed, if that's what you mean.
So don't you find it strange that this is where your button was found?
Yeah, I do.
And you have absolutely no idea how this may have occurred?
Well, she sort of fell against me. Sort of stumbled like and grabbed the front of my shirt. Could have come off then.
Now, you told the court that Miss Shadwick's brother had approached you on the landing.
Yeah.
What the defense has already told us made it perfectly clear that Mr. Shadwick was very embarrassed by his sister's behavior. He considered her to be drunk and showing herself up. Were you not aware of this?
No, not really.
Or were you hoping that it would work in your favor?
I don't understand.
You've admitted you found her very attractive, that you were turned on by the way she was dressed?
Yeah.
And the fact that she was in an intoxicated state no doubt made you think that a sexual encounter was more likely.
No, that's not true.
Mr. Musgrove, if a number of witnesses say they saw you on the landing at the time of the alleged rape, would they be wrong?
I'd probably have just been to the toilet.
Probably.
Well, there's no other reason for me to go back upstairs.
Well, not unless you knew Miss Shadwick was unconscious in the bedroom, which you did, didn't you, Mr. Musgrove?
Yeah, everybody knew.
Well, let's look at the facts, Mr. Musgrove. find yourself in a clinch with a young woman whom you were sexually attracted to. You take her into the bedroom, knowing she was intoxicated, in the hope of taking things further.
No.
Come off it, Mr. Musgrove. Everyone else at the party knew she'd had too much to drink. Seems rather implausible that you hadn't noticed it too. But you led her into the bedroom, despite of this, only to be rejected. Now, you didn't like this, did you, Mr. Musgrove? How much further were you prepared to go?
I don't know what you mean.
Shall I spell it out for you? You wanted revenge, so you resorted to Plan B. You were going to have Miss Shadwick one way or the other. You were determined to make her pay for rejecting you. So you went back downstairs to the party, dropped the tranquilizer into her drink, and then later went back into the bedroom where you raped her.
That's not true. You've got it all wrong. I never raped her. I mean, even her own brother thought she was acting like a slag.
Look, I don't want you thinking that I'm getting all heavy or anything, because I'm not.
I quite agree.
You sometimes have far too much to drink too, don't you?
I don't know what you mean.
Are you saying that I am dull?
Would I? God, would I dare?
How's it going?
From bad to worse.
This is your big chance. You may as well grab it while you can.
He didn't do it.